everyone. This is your girl Texas Black Diamond, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I want to reach out to Illinois and New York residents. Yes, I am a Robert Sylvester Kelly supporter, and I'm going to use my platform, social media platform, and other resources to try to fight for Robert Kelly's rights. And I want to reach out to you guys because I want you to know the unfair treatment, the unjust that has been placed in Robert's lap. Robert Sylvester Kelly is a human being. He's a U.S. citizen that worked hard to get to where he's at, to make his money. Robert Sylvester Kelly also was molested and he was violated as a child. Robert Sylvester Kelly is a victim. Robert Sylvester Kelly also grew up poor, but he never used that for an excuse. He didn't use that for sympathy. But he continued to press on to have a better life and to have a better life for his friends and his family. Robert Sylvester Kelly also has illiteracy and he has a disability, but he never used that for sympathy. But yet he continued to press on, to work hard so he can have a better life for him, his kids, his family, and his friends. Robert Sylvester Kelly, he didn't reach out to high profile employees. He reached out to people in the neighborhood to employ them so they can have a better life as well. And as we do our research, we find friends, ex-girlfriends, employees, ex-employees to have done him wrong. But at the same time, because Robert is a loving, caring person, he continued to accept them and take them back so they can also have a better life. These people we found, as doing our research, we found these people that's in his circle to use his disability and his illiteracy to use him to scam. You're going to find a lot of plot, scheme, retaliation, you name it, blackmail, revenge on a man that tried to help them. You're going to find out that some of these people in his circle didn't want to do anything for themselves, but they wanted to be gravy train riders. They didn't want to go out and do for themselves. You will find these people in his circle to do any and everything, not caring who they hurt, who they destroy, just so they can get a dollar. You will find some of these people in his circle to be scam artists, criminals, you name it. You will find that Robert Sylvester Kelly has forgiven these same people over and over again, and they continue to come in to use this man. You will find that Robert Sylvester Kelly decided enough was enough. And once enough was enough for Robert Sylvester Kelly, the plot began. From management, friends, ex-girlfriends, record companies, you name it, the plot began. When Robert Sylvester Kelly realized, I'm being used and I'm sick of being used and enough is enough, the gravy train has stopped. Okay? So now the plot begins. Okay? Revenge, retaliation, because of a man that saw enough was enough. He was sick of being used, abused, and being extorted, lied on, blackmailed, and framed. Once Robert Sylvester Kelly decided to distance himself, that's when the plot began. Okay, these people for who they really are: scam artists, thieves, liars, manipulators. He decided to distance himself. Once Robert Sylvester Kelly did that, that's when the plot began. Because we're going to show you, we're going to point out all the reasons why Robert is in the position he's in today. Because he surrounded himself around people that he felt that loved him and that he trusted, that used him. They used his illiteracy. They used his disability to try to get over him. Okay? So once Robert decided to distance himself, we're going to show you when all this plot began. We're going to show you things from ex-girlfriends, their lives. So what we want to do, even the employees, the ex-employees, we're going to show you things, their plot, how they stole from him. And we're going to show you people that was in his camp that has that revenge for Robert because of certain things. So everybody had an agenda in this plot, even down to management, ex-girlfriends, because Robert saw enough was enough. So once he did that, they saw they couldn't get back into the circle, and they missed the limelight. Everybody missed the limelight and the good ride and the nice glamorous things in stuff, the celebrity style. They missed that. So they were no longer they was on the outside looking in, couldn't get back in. So now I am pissed off. Now I am mad. Okay? And so maybe the residents of Illinois and New York might say, hey, you're a female. Lifetime story, fiction, documentary showed us the truth. And it was real. We're going to show you that too. We're going to show you how Lifetime took a bunch of people that's PO'd because they're no longer in the circle, a bunch of range, jealous, females, ex-girlfriends, whatever you want to call them, upset, allegedly, because Robert no longer wanted to deal with them. We're going to point out the schemes and the lies to gain money. You might say, as a resident of Illinois and New York, hey, you're a female and you're going against these females. They are victims. No, they are alleged victims. Robert is innocent until proven guilty. And we have a lot to learn in this case. Okay? Because I saw so many untruth to this fiction story of Lifetime, I decided to do my own research. And as a supporter, Robert has the right to a fair trial to prove his innocence, and he's not getting that right now. So we, as his supporters, we have to get out there and we have to show you guys what we found. And that's what I'm going to do. In these videos, I'm going to be doing them in part. I'm going to show you from childhood on up to now. All the dirt, all the plots, the lies, the scheme, extortion, revenge, retaliation, scheme, theft, you name it, that has been done to Robert Sylvester Kelly, and it's not fair. We're going to point out why Robert Sylvester Kelly is in this. I want to show you the reason why Robert Sylvester Kelly would not throw his people under the bus. Okay? We have done our research, and I feel good about this. As Illinois and New York residents, you might say, hey, lady, this guy is a monster. The only thing you saw was Lifetime. And you're judging a human being, a U.S. citizen, by a fiction story, not his truth, okay? So we're going to help you guys because we have the mainstream media not putting out. We have these local art news affiliated companies that's not putting things out there. So it's our job as his supporters to show you guys what we have found. And we're working hard to show you that Robert has been framed. We want to show you how everything that's going on has something to do with money. revenge. I'm doing this out of anger. I have nothing else. I used to live off Robert. I can't live off him anymore. So I have nothing else to turn to. So I'm going to jump on this train and I'm going to ride it. I don't care who I hurt, who I have locked up forever, because I want mine. I am used to doing this. I am used to going into his home. I am used to stealing his money. I am used to eating off him. I'm used to just laying on my tail and not working for mine. So now that's over. Okay, we're going to show you a lot. So hopefully you guys can understand and look from where on our end what we see. We also feel like because Robert is not being treated fairly with the law should be the law. Okay, and the legal system is not working on Robert's behalf. It's not being treated fairly. And so we want you guys to look at it as, what if that's my child? What if that's my brother? What if that's my father? I would want him to be treated fairly. As United citizens, US citizens, we should look at this as not a fiction movie. And once I show you different parts, and when I bring out all these videos pointing out the lies and showing you the schemes and scams and showing you why somebody might want to retaliate, showing you why somebody might want revenge, showing you why somebody might want money, you will understand what we see. Robert has closed his mouth and not tried to fight back for a long time because he didn't want to hurt anyone, because he was used to being bullied in school, being picked on at school. Robert's been picked on at school. He's been bullied. And, all he wanted from people was love. He wanted people to love him. He was trying to buy love. And he reached out to the wrong people. But he felt like that was his duty because of what he went through as a child and going through the struggles. He decided to reach out to people in his neighborhood. But unfortunately, he reached out to the wrong people. He reached out to people that didn't care, didn't have a heart for anything or anyone. So we're going to show you guys. We want you guys to also just look into it. Take the time to look into it. I know you busy just as well as I am, but I wanted to take the time to help fight for Robert's rights here. His rights has been violated in so many different ways. I'm going to also show you a lot of the people, attorneys, that's trying to get Robert locked up, their plots and schemes, and how they are also being looked into, investigated. You have 3 different attorneys that has been looked into, been investigated. So that tells you a lot. Sometimes we look at what's put out there in the mainstream media, news ads, the news stations, but we are pleading with you all to help look into this so Robert can get a fair trial. If you don't have time, let's just go. We have so many people in the YouTube world, social media world, that's fighting for Robert, that you can look and just click on and see what they're trying to show here. Robert has every right to have people to fight for him. And I feel like as U.S. citizens, we should allow people to voice how they feel. Robert has a lot of people in his corner but afraid to come out because they don't want to lose their livelihood. Celebrities, we have artists, we have so many people, politicians, that want to speak on Robert's behalf, but they are afraid to speak out for him. And as U.S. citizens, I think that is not right. Everybody have everybody here in United States has that right to say how they feel, to say how they feel about a person, to tell you how nice this person is, I have never seen that before. I never seen this person do this before. This doesn't sound like this person. He's a good person. And they have a right to do that without being stomped on, losing their livelihood, a person saying, I'm no longer going to come to their concert, I'm no longer going to support them, I'm not going to vote for them because they feel a certain way. Because in America, we that's our right to do so. And I do not care how a person feel about me because I have been molested and raped. And I refuse to use Robert Sylvester Kelly as a punching bag. He will not be our poster boy for this because he is not that person, okay? For one, I took the time to go get therapy and get counseling and get the help I need so I won't be hating the next man. And I feel right now, because a lot of women has been violated, they feel like they want to find somebody to stomp on and use him as their poster child. And he is not that. He's a U.S. citizen that worked hard. He didn't steal. He didn't kill anyone. He worked hard. He didn't use nothing he went through for an excuse for sympathy and handout. He worked hard for his. And I don't think it's right that we have people to come in and step in and try to take something this man worked hard for because they didn't want to get out there and do the same. So, Illinois and New York, please help us do this research to prove Robert Sylvester Kelly's innocent because he needs us right now. Thank you. And continue to follow me, Texas Black Diamond Entertainment, on YouTube as I begin to put out the truth, theories, and my opinions on each and every person that's involved in this R. Kelly takedown. Thank you. Have a blessed day. And remember, be kind to one another. Go to bed with a clear heart, clear conscience. Love each other. And let's stand for right. Thank you.